Good morning once again, everyone. We are now down to the last topic, which is the Assure model. Now, this model assures teachers or even organizations to have an organized and well prepared lesson or program. This model was created way back 1999 by Robert Heinrich and two others. Its main purpose or main aim is to guide teachers in planning and delivering effective technology integrated lessons. Now, the term Assure is an acronym, and I bet we all know that. A stands for Analyze the Learners. First S, State the Objectives. Second S, Select Strategies, Media and Materials. U for Utilize Technology, Media and Materials. R, Require Learners' Participation. And E for Evaluate and Revise. And we will tackle this all one by one. But before that, let us know first the meaning of the Assure model based on the book. Now, Assure model, it is an instructional design model which is widely used by various organizations and academic institutions in classroom-based instructions and trainings that involve media and technology. Examples, so we have here blended learning, distance learning education, and webinars. So again, this model is used also in organizations, not just in the educational field. So best examples are seminars, training programs, specifically way back the Tarabasa Cup build, wherein we used our devices. There are technology equipments that was used, such as projectors, speakers, microphones, and many more, which is the same setup as well on the seminars that we have attended before. And then academic institutions, which is schools, referring to schools, such as nowadays, it is highly necessary to have TV, speakers, projectors in classrooms because these technology equipments makes the learning engaging and helps effective delivery of the lesson. Okay, so we also have here the terms blended learning, which is a combination of face-to-face and online meetings with the use of apps such as Google Meet, Zoom, and etc. Then we also have here as well distance learning education, which is purely online meetings. So an example are teachers who take up Masteral and chooses to have an online-based meetings. And then lastly, we also have here the term webinars. So webinars is a type of workshops or training that is conducted online. Okay? Now again, Assure model encourages using of technology equipments in delivering contents or information. In this juncture, let us now tackle what the term Assure stands for. A is for Analyze the Learners. Analyzing your target participants is imperative or necessary in designing the most appropriate learning environment for them. It is meant to make sure that the training program that you will develop will fit their specific needs, which are anchored to the goals of your organization. Now, the question is, why do we need to analyze the learners? It is because by identifying and analyzing their characteristics and preferences, these will be the basis in selecting the suitable topic, approach, technology, and assessment to be used. That is why it is highly necessary for us to analyze first the learners. And now, do we need ways or actions to do in analyzing the learners? Yes, of course. So here are the few ways in analyzing them. First, we have here questionnaires. So an example of this is the MI questionnaire, or the Multiple Intelligence Questionnaire, that is answered by the learners. Next on the list is observation. So by observing the learner's behavior, skills, and their capacity. And then interviews, examining work, from the word itself, examine, like examining their outputs or projects. Then assessments, specifically diagnostic assessment, wherein the result showcases their prior knowledge. And lastly, competitive analysis, wherein learners are analyzed with each other based on their performance or capacity. And again, these are the various ways in analyzing the learners. And now, let us proceed to the first S, which is state the objectives. So after analyzing the attributes and needs of your target participants, it is now the time to list down the targets and goals. And again, objectives are the intended outcomes that the participants should be able to achieve after the training or after class. It serves as the guide in delivering the content and in stating or creating objectives. Okay? Again, and in stating or creating objectives, we have a standard, which is we make sure it is SMART. So this standard is very important because it provides clarity, focus, and clear roadmap towards successful learning or delivery of information. Let us now proceed to the other S, which is select strategies, media, and materials. Now, you have to select the following to help you achieve the stated objectives from the previous stage. The first one in here is strategies. In here, you will need to decide what delivery method or what way will we use in imparting the content to the learners or participants. We have here examples, so you can use demonstrations, lecture discussion, group discussions, collaboration, blended learning, or even distance learning, depending on the situation. So you will just choose among all of this that is suitable for the learners or participants and in the situation as well. Then we also have here media, technology, and materials. So in this part, you will select essential technology and materials for the class or for the training program. These are practical tools to support your process while enhancing the experience of the learners or the participants. Examples would be the use of videos, pictures, video conferencing apps, and LMS, which is a software app for monitoring the progress of the learners or the participants. Okay, now next is the U, which stands for Utilize Technology, Media, and Materials. This is the stage wherein you will do pilot testing of your chosen technology, media, and materials. You need to try it to see if it works well with your purpose. Make sure that these will contribute to achieve the objectives that are created with the vision to enhance the experience of the learners or participants. And then it is important to note in this stage as well the 5 P's, which are preview or check the technology, media, and materials. Next is prepare or set up the technology, media, and materials. Prepare the environment or venue. Then prepare the learners. And lastly, provide the learning experience. So these 5 P's guideline, this 5 P's guideline ensures a smooth and effective learning environment by focusing on preparation, setup, and learner readiness before and after instruction. It addresses components needed for a successful lesson from technology up to the learners. Now let us proceed to R. R, which stands for Require Learners' Participation. So this stage focuses on ways how to engage the learners or participants during discussion. It is important to note that the learner's participation is necessary in the learning process. So these ways include conducting Q&A, question and answer after the discussion. Allow the participants to use their actions in the video conferencing app, or even present their ideas during a group collaboration. So these ways helps them to be engaged, apply, share, and make use of their learnings. And then, last but not the least, evaluate and revise. So this is the final step in the Assure model. So in here, you will now assess if the objectives are achieved. It is essential to know the impact of instruction, for it will be the basis for addressing areas for improvement. So this stage involves evaluating student performance, the effectiveness of the media and strategies used, and the overall delivery of lesson and content. Now, based on this evaluation, you make necessary revisions to the plan for future re-implementation. And there are as well ways to be used for evaluating the plan. So these are the few ways: post-training quizzes, one-on-one group discussion, surveys, case studies, or even certification exams, which are standardized tests that earns a certificate when they are passed. So again and again, the Assure model is an instructional design model that encourages the use of technology equipments and apps in delivering contents or information. Once again, Assure stands for A. Analyze the learners. First S. State the objectives. Second S. Select strategies, media, and materials. U for utilize technology, media, and materials. R for require learners' participation. E for evaluate and revise. And this concludes our report. We hope you have learned a lot today, and thank you for listening.